Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. We're live, though, and nothing.
Well, guys, we know.
Yeah, with that pump fake, he can get to the free throw line too, D.A. There's just no answer. Steve, obviously every team wants to start a season strong. How do coaches and players create a sense of urgency early in the season?
I think it happens.
He's checked in for Levine. So on the floor for Houston, the engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Melo and Tucker are the forwards, and it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. They now take the lead. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
It's stolen by Capella. Harden outside, and it's Paul top the key. Offensive rebound, Capella, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Capella's got 6.
His combination of energy and anticipation showing up on the offensive glass.
To the middle, here's Day. That one misses. And Houston the other way now. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
But hey, it's a different season, and anything can happen.
Bulls moving the ball around. Stolen by Harden. Kicks it to Tucker. Over Markkanen. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Even if you do come away with the win, you've made it a lot harder than it should have been. But that night, they just couldn't overcome it.
Paul with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here is Day. Dunn kicks to Day. Markkanen in the corner. To the paint. And Day gets it to go. Day's got his first 2 points of the night.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
To the inside. And the dunk by Capella.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. That was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Day the pass to Carter. Passes to Dunn. Markkanen in the corner. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Carter with the block.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Day. No good on the triple. Rockets leading by 4. Inside, stolen by Markkanen. Parker inside, Anthony on him. And Anthony sends it back. Paul outside. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Some changes for Chicago. Bobby Portis has checked in for Carter. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Dunn. And a switch here also for Houston. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Here's Gordon. Here's Capella. And the layup's good off the glass. Capella's got 10 points.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Chicago. Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. To the paint.
And the offense early on limited to just jump shots.
Parker's shot is off. Here's Paul. And Nene with the basket on the assist by Paul. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Nene against Lopez. Portis kicks to Day. Back to Portis. Lopez right side. Down low. And taken away by Paul. Here's Harden. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for the Bulls. Houston also making some changes. Marquise Chris comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Gerald Green in for Paul. Right wing. Here is Day, guarded by Harden. In the corner, Valentine with it. Outside, Holiday. To the inside to stop the drought. Day, no good.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Bulls trail by 14. Valentine passes to Day. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Here is Day. He's coming off a 37-point game against Indiana. There's the pass to Valentine. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Day. The 3.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Such a wide open look. 6 points for Eric Gordon.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
And he comes up with the deuce.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. 15-point game coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
No size or real force down there to keep the opposition from getting rebounds and easy putbacks. They have to be more physical and get dirty down there.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And stolen by Chris. Chalk up 2 there. Portis has got his first points of the night.
Bobby Portis plays hard, gives 100%, puts himself in a position to succeed.
Inside. Good D by Lopez.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Pass to Day. Back to Lopez. 6 to shoot. And Holiday kicks to Day. Here's Portis. That shot off. And the Rockets take it the other way. The 19-foot shot. But he stays with it. There's Gordon with the 3. It's all in by the Bulls. 1:56 left to play in the first quarter. Day, the pass to Lopez. To the paint. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Lots of drama last season for the Chicago Bulls. It started with the Jimmy Butler trade, but then you had the Portis Mirotic scuffle. That wasn't good.
And Day drops them both. We're talking about Mirotic. He no longer wanted to play on a team that had Portis on it, which forced Chicago's hand.
You know, the team tried to make peace between them. Portis, he even apologized, but it became clear that one of them had to go. Turned out to be Mirotic.
Portis kicks to Day. Dishes to Lopez. Down low. And Day gets it to go. Day's got 8 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Harden finds Gordon. Again, the miss by Gordon.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. James Harden, third.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
The Bulls making a switch here. Payne's checked in. James Ennis, he'll check in for Houston. Rockets leading by 9. Outside, Green passes to Gordon. From outside the arc, that's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Payne hits them both.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
And the pass to Gordon. Shoots the 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the Bulls with another miss. The Rockets shooting pretty efficiently out there. It is in 48% in the first quarter. He kicks to Nene. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Chris pass to Gordon. And another 3 for Houston.
And, guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Rockets lead by 16. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here are his thoughts on that recognition.
These past few games, everything has kind of just come easy to me, and that definitely helped me out in a big way. Of course, next week I could just go cold and struggle to get things right, but hard work is what minimizes those lulls. You know, to get hot and be able to win Player of the Week award, yeah, that means a lot to me, though.
Greg, your thoughts on his week?
Kevin, I just think...
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Lopez. Parker comes in for Portis. Justin Holiday's checked in for Valentine. And it's D in for Payne. And that one misses. And sometimes innovations can bring you back to where you started, Steve. Could we see that with post play in the future?
You know, I don't know if it'll be a lot of post play from dominant bigs. I think the post play will come back a little bit more in the form of a lot of these smaller guards are posting up a little bit more than they did, I would say, in the last 5 or 6 years.
So on the floor for Houston, Melo and Tucker are the forwards. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. And it's Capella in at the center. Outside Holiday. Down low. It's stolen by Capella. Harden against Levine. Harden kicks to Paul. Here's Harden on the wing. His last outing with 20 points. Now the dish to Tucker. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Paul. And it's off the back rim. No good. Bulls trail by 14. Outside Levine. Pass to Day. And he gets the bucket. Day's got 12.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Paul surveying the floor. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
Day kicks to Parker. inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
He is not scared of anybody. He knows he can play amongst the big boys, and he showed it.
Here's Harden, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Zach LaVine.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, but more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
And he sinks the second. And so it's Houston with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. The shot's good. Paul's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And the thing about Paul, despite his listed size, he's comfortable operating inside.
And it's Houston on the break. Here's Anthony. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy plays.
Well, most figured Melo would go to the Rockets after the buyout trade to Atlanta last summer. He's playing for a coach he used to butt heads with in New York with Mike D'Antoni. Melo has some proving to do this year, whether he wants to acknowledge it or not.
And Day drops them both. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. The lead is 15. With the floater, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Chicago.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
Rockets leading by 15. Lob pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Houston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
Here's Day. Outside Holiday. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. He's coming off an excellent season. 2nd in free throw percentage, 6th in assists, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And back to his free throw shooting percentage, 2nd in the league. I never saw lapses in his concentration at all. Always completely focused, completely automatic. And the Rockets making a change here. Green's checked in, kicks it to Tucker. Down low. Capella bounce pass. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Anthony, no good.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
Here's Day. Out to Parker. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Parker's got 9.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
To the middle. And he bangs it home with one hand.
It's hard to figure out Chris Paul because he's so shifty off pick and rolls.
Bulls trail by 16. To the wing right side. To the paint. Here's Day. That one, no good. Paul with the defensive effort. Parker against Anthony. He dishes it to Paul. 26 seconds left in the first half of the game. And that one's good, Anthony.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
The Bulls shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Holiday against Green. To the middle. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
And it's Ennis at the elbow. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Bulls with the ball. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Houston on top, leading by 17. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Carmelo, looked like the offense was really working there. How were you guys able to get things going so well?
We got vets. We got guys that know how to play basketball. We come together as a team. We doing that, and we're just trying to take it one day at a time. That's it.
Well, thanks for your time, Carmelo. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Dunn is out there with D. And it's Parker in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Houston leading by 17. And here's Anthony for 3. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. Dunn passes to Day. Back to Dunn. Inside and taken away by Paul. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target with his 3.
Missed opportunity. As wide open as he was, he really has no confidence shooting from that deep.
Carter, that's good.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
Green left side. And it's Green slamming it down.
One of the best passes we've ever seen. Paul on time and on point.
And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Day kicks to Dunn. The feed now to Day. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Houston gets called for the foul. Bulls have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. We talk a lot about making plays at the rim and hitting threes, but the mid-range game is still alive, Steve, and it's playing well with some players.
I love it because it's coming back. The guy I come to mind to think of, first of all, is DeMar DeRozan. I think the king of the mid-range. C.J. McCollum, Carmelo Anthony, LaMarcus Aldridge. Chris Paul, for a point guard, does a nice job.
Chris Paul, right.
Knocking down the mid-range game. I love the three-point shot, but I think the mid-range game is starting to come back. Pump fake, one dribble, and knock it down.
Nailed from three-point land.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range. Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
Chicago calls timeout.
Carmelo Anthony, one of the most formidable scorers ever. Top 20.
Stolen by Levine, all by himself. Jumps up, hammers it home to polish off the break.
And that one started by the quick hands of Levine, then the good look up court.
Houston leading by 19. And when you think about Melo's scoring back to the basket, facing up, so versatile as a scorer.
A combination of strength, quickness, and touch that you rarely see. He can go around you, through you, or shoot it right over you.
Feeds it today. Stolen by Harden. Over in the corner, Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now Chicago's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. The shot by Holiday, no good. Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. James Harden, number 1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
Long range from the inbound. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. Harden's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Rockets. From 13, will not go. This is off the front iron. Houston leading by 22. Down low. And Ennis slams it in.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And Chicago shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Here's Day. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Houston's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Levine against Harden. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Levine, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here is Day, guarded by Harden. To the inside, stolen by Harden. Pass to Green from 13, and the shot goes down. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Day dishes to Parker. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Harden, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Parker kicks to Day. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Well, at the start of the summer, many expected a busy market for Capella in free agency. Eventually, though, signing a 4-year deal to remain with the Rockets. I feel like it's a great deal for Houston as Capella gives them the perfect inside presence to complement Harden and Paul.
Dunn, he's checked in for Justin Holiday.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And both free throws good for Green. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. The quick look, no good that time.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
And the 3 ball is good.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Dishes it to Day. Out to the wing. Down against Harden. Day, the pass to Parker. No good again that time.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Here's Gordon. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
It's led to a big lead. Credit the leadership on this team. They've kept everyone focused on what matters.
And here's Harden for 3. Offensive rebound. From deep three-point range. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Houston Rockets up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. Take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets, they've got Clint Capella. Green is out there with Brandon Knight. Then it's Ennis, and it's House, and at the power forward position.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Rocket shooting, certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Knight into the lane. Pass to House. From past the arc. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Blakeney kicks to Parker. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Day, the pass to Parker. Down low. Right block shot. It's deflected.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
The pass to Day. Here's Carter. Rebound by House. And so it's Houston with it. Steve, more and more we're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far in any way, or do you think it should go even farther?
No, I think players should speak up. I think in all, all our 4 major sports, in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in on what they feel individually. Freedom of speech, and I think our players is just like everybody else. You have freedom of speech. You should be allowed to speak up on issues.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Knight softly drops in the floater. Knight's got 4 this quarter.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Parker kicks to Day. Count it. Day's got 30.
Still doing his part, but it hasn't been enough. They need some kind of spark.
Green finds Knight, and the call will be against D. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, clearly.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about...
That's a good question. My position, or? I had to go with Gary Payton. Michael Jordan.